Okay, in this first lab exercise, we're going to go through what we want to do to introduce you to Genero Report Writer. So in this exercise, you launch Genero Studio, and you're going to validate that your studio is configured properly, and then run the reports demo application. So from my Start menu, I've launched Genero Studio. When I've launched Genero Studio, down in the Output panel, what I want to verify is that I've received a Tools Compilation Successful message. So here I can see it's checked. I have my configuration set for 2.21.02. I see that my license is still valid and my tools compilation is successful. If you don't have a successful configuration here, I'm going to have to refer you to the Genero Studio training on how to configure your Genero Studio to work with your installation of BDL. Once you verified that your tools compilation is successful, the next thing I want you to do is from the Welcome page, go ahead and select the Reports Project Workspace. When you click on the Reports Project Workspace, the project is going to open up in the Projects tab. Go ahead and expand your nodes out, and what I want you to find is the Order Report Application node. Right-click on this Order Report Application node and select Execute from the contextual menu. This is going to start up your form that we're going to have to allow you to select the report that you want to run. So here I have my configuration form displayed. Let's go ahead and select Order Report. Instead of outputting to PDF, I'm going to output to SVG, which is going to show it in the report viewer. I want the action to be Preview, and I click on OK. Now, the first time I start this up, it's actually starting the GDC. That may take a while, but eventually the report viewer is going to display, and then you can go ahead and you can scroll up and down. You could expand it to take up the entire size of your screen. I can scroll through the pages by clicking on the page arrow and see what different pages are. I can go to the end of the report. I can go to the beginning of the report, but you have the ability to navigate through. If I hold down my control key and use the wheel on my mouse, I can go ahead and expand and contract the report to fit into the size of the window. So that's holding down the control key and using the wheel on my mouse to make it larger or to make it smaller. Now, if you wanted to see, you see the report here, you see what the report looks like. If I want to see what this order report looks like in my form designer, I could have navigated down to Designs, select order report.4rp. Let me close out some of these additional rules, and you can see, hold down the control wheel to see it, you can see the design of the report inside of the report designer. If I wanted to bring back my structure view for this, I could go to Window Views and select Structure. What I want to show is that this report also has a report structure, and in this report structure I could go down and see what all the different elements are that make up this report. So for the remainder of the lab time, you would go ahead and you'd examine what these other reports are, open up report labels, open up the order list. You could go ahead and re-execute your report application so that you could go out there and select these other reports and see what they end up looking like inside the report viewer. That would be the end of the lab exercise for this first module.